All right, now that we understood the requirements, the information that we need for waiting line, what causes waiting line, etc. Let's see what are the measures, right? We said that one of the two objectives of waiting line models is to create performance measures that will allow management to make some policies or to evaluate their systems. What are these? First, let me show you that illustration that I'm going to use often in these videos. First, I'm going to depict a system, for example, a bank, a hospital, a restaurant, a supermarket with that big square. And inside you will have servers like tellers, for example, in the bank. And here I have 3 tellers. And always these circles, cute circles, these are us, the customers. So what are the performance measures? You may be interested to know what's the average number of customers waiting. But here we have also two measures. Average number of customers waiting in line or in the system. What's the difference? Look, but before that, you have to pay attention to something. All these measures are averages. Why this? Because as I mentioned before, in any system, any bank, the situation changes every moment. So what you see now would not be the same later. So let me just also here turn your attention to something. What I'm showing you here in this in this illustration, this is a snapshot. Okay, a snapshot. So it cannot show you the average. Why? Because the average is the calculation coming from different snapshots for during the whole day. So this is not it. This is only a snapshot. So make sure that you don't get misguided by what I'm going to say. So here in this snapshot, how many people I have waiting in line? I have only these 3 people, right? Only these people are waiting in line. Why that? Because these people are getting served. So they are not waiting in line. However, they are in the system. So how many people in this snapshot, it's not an average again, are in that snapshot in the system? We have 6. We have people who are being served, okay, and this will have also a specific measure. We're going to learn it later. So plus I have those who are waiting in line. So I have in total 6. Now another measure is what's the average time a person wait. And also here we have 2. What's the average time you waited while you're here, while in the line, or the total time that you spend in the system, okay, which of course you can tell that it's exactly the time that you spend waiting plus the time that you spend while you are being served. Then we are interested to tell what's the server utilization. What's the server utilization? I need to tell, for example, for this guy, how much time or what the proportion of the total time in a day that he is really busy. You may tell me, but he's not busy all the time. No, in this snapshot, yes, he's busy. He's busy with this guy, but this guy will leave. And yes, this guy will go maybe here. This guy will be going there when they finish, and this guy will go there. And maybe at a certain time, okay, when the second guy finished from being served by this guy and leave the system, this guy is idle. Maybe he will be idle for 15 minutes, right? And he will be idle another 3 minutes after 3 hours and other 7 minutes after 5 hours. So when you collect all this data, you can get how busy he was during the whole day. Okay, we're going to see how to measure that. Then we are interested to tell what the priority that the service facility is idle. What does it mean idle? That means all the servers are idle. That means there are no customers at all. Okay, so you cannot see any of these circles in my illustration here. Then what the priority that is certain number of customers in the system. We will call that n. Okay, so this will be n, and we refer to it as Pn in the system. For example, what the priority that I will see 5, what the priority that I will see 10, I will see 1, etc. Finally, we are always interested to answer this question: what the priority that an arriving customer will have to wait? And this is something that we, as customers, we ask ourselves every time we go to a bank, for example. Would I have to wait, or I would be very lucky and there will be a teller who is not busy and then I can go immediately and do not lose time? All right, we're going to answer all these questions, and these are very given in very simple formulas, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. So depending on the characteristics that we have, you build the different models. Okay. In our textbooks, we have four models that are well explained with problems and examples. So what are these? We have a single server. You learned what does it mean, and the server's time is exponentially distributed. Okay. Also, you have another one, also single server, but the service time is constant. Then we have multiple servers with also service time that's exponential. And finally, we have a model where we have different priorities. Okay, so as I told you before, we're going to limit our learning to two models, and we're going to cover this one and that one. This one is very similar. This one is very similar to the first one, and it's really not worth it to go for a third one. So does not make any added value to your learning. And the last one is really a little bit more complicated, too complicated for such an introductory topic in your course.